Hey there, in today's video, I'm going to review these, the Rudy Project Agent Q sunglasses. I'm making this video because I'm running the Polar Night Marathon in Norway. I have the Rudy Project Rydon running glasses and the Rudy Stardash sunglasses with prescription inserts. The marathon's in the dark, and so I was looking for some sunglasses with clear lenses to protect my face in what could be very cold wind. I saw the Agent Q and I thought they might do the trick. And in this video, I'm going to review the Agent Q, show you how the different pieces work, how they assemble and disassemble. And as always, this video might be long. There are chapter markers down below, so you can skip on through to the bits you might be interested in. Let's get going. The Agent Q is really a glasses system, and I bought all of the components. In some markets, it's called the Agent Q Performance Kit. There's a frame, there's 3 lenses, different colors, more of that later. There are some arms on the glasses or an elastic strap. There's a counter mask goggle interface, a spongy sort of protector. There's some side shields, and there is a protective case and a pouch. And for me, also, I bought a prescription RX insert that I can put behind the frame. I tested the Agent Q in a variety of scenarios. I walked around in them, I ran around in them, I ran indoors, outdoors, I ran on treadmill, I ran on track. And as well as the running and the walking around, I did all the ordinary things like just reading and hanging out to test the glasses. I mentioned that the Agent Q is really a system, and I'll go through images of all the components, and in all of them I have the prescription insert, and you'll see that behind the clear lenses. And in the first scenario, we're just going to have a look at the clear lenses with the prescription insert and just head turning side to side. Then I show a picture of the multi-laser gold lenses, again side to side, and then the high altitude lenses, which are so dark that I can't really see through them in regular light. Then what I did was I showed a picture of the regular scenario with the clear lenses, makes it easier for you to see, with the side shields attached. Then I swapped out the arms for the strap at the back, and you notice how my ears fold down. It can depend on your individual circumstances, but it doesn't sit as easily as I thought it would. I then added the counter mask goggle interface, as they call it. It goes behind the RX prescription, in my case, and clips into the side of the frames, and it's got a sort of vented foam piece to come closer to your face. I weighed the glasses with and without the prescription insert, and without, they're 29 grams, 1.02 ounces, and when I added the prescription insert, it's 42 grams, 1.48 ounces. The Rydon Running are slightly lighter at 35 grams, 1.23 ounces, including the RX insert, and the Stardash were a bit heavier at 44 grams, 1.55 ounces, including the RX insert. I'll put the weights of the components on the screen, the individual weights, so you can get an idea of the individual different pieces, because when you add them all up, they can get not heavy, but heavier. I got 3 sunglass lenses for the Agent Q. One is clear, transparent for night use. One is mirrored, multi-laser gold, which I got for sunny conditions. And one which is black, the Agent Q high altitude. I probably won't get much use out of those, but for snow and very bright reflectivity. As you can see, I wear glasses, so I got a prescription insert. My prescription is complex. I'm long-sighted, short-sighted, and I have astigmatism. But the RX prescription insert handled all that without any difficulties. The Agent Q takes a unique RX insert. It doesn't swap with other Rudy Project models, whereas the prescription insert in the Rydon Running and the Stardash are interchangeable. I love the design of these. There's a flexibility of appearance. There's lots of different colorways and lenses. There are different frame colors I've seen, black, blue, olive. I've seen at least 5 colors in these, including photochromatic lenses, which would be very attractive to me. I don't have them, but it's very much territory dependent. Depending where you live, you can see different options available from Rudy Project. In terms of sustainability, it's a plastic product, but Rudy have used some Rilsan, a clear bioplastic derived from 45% castor oil, and they talk about healthy nature of sport, the timeless design, but the durability and versatility is really interesting, and the swappable prescription inserts mean that it is actually adaptable, and perhaps that leads to sustainability. Like the Agent Q themselves, the buying experience is complex. Rudy Project have various websites around the world, and they're very confusing. It's very hard to see. There's lots of inconsistencies between the US, European, and UK and Australian websites as to what exactly you're getting. There are different lens package combinations, different frames. It is really, really confusing to find out what's available in your particular territory. And by way of example, the Stardash and the Rydon Running take the same prescription clip. You wouldn't know it if you looked at the Rudy Project websites, but yeah, it is a very complicated buying experience. The prices listed on the various websites are, again, inconsistent. So for instance, in the EU, you can get a basic pair for €219.90. In the US, the cheapest one I could see was $324.99, and then £189.99 sterling, and in Australia, $214.67 Australian dollars. Now, I bought what's effectively the Agent Q Performance Kit, and in the US, that retails at $344.99, leading me to believe that the basic one is very expensive there. But there is a Black Friday deal this week, and they're knocking about 40% off everything. So I think the Agent Q Performance Kit, at least at Black Friday 2024, is $224.24. Now, I bought mine in RX Sport in Peterborough in the UK. It's the third pair of Rudy Project I've bought from them. Super easy to do. They know I emailed my prescription, some basic measurements, and it's been really simple ever since, and really great to deal with. Completely simplified the buying description, and because I have complicated RX prescription, they came to €682.72. Yeah, complex glasses, complex prices. I've been wearing glasses for about a week now. I ran on the road, I ran on the track, I ran at night, ran during the day. I tested them in all the various permutations, configurations, except running in high altitude lenses. They're too dark for what the light conditions are here at the moment. But I found the glasses to be very comfortable, very secure, put them on and largely forgot about them. For the night marathon, I'll be using the clear lenses with the side shields with the goggle inserts. I'm also going to use the straps. There's when you add all the things on, there isn't a bit of extra weight on the nose. And the last thing I want to do is that they fall off in the middle of Norway in winter in the cold, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere. That is not what I want to do. I want to fit and forget. So to do that, I'm going to use the straps over my ears. I'm probably going to use a little bit of Compeed on my ears to prevent rubbing. I ran in them in the dark last night in near freezing conditions. The lenses I have, the RX prescriptions, have an anti-fog coating attached, and the goggles interface has some ventilation through it. But I was wearing a cap, which I always wear to keep either sun off in the daylight or potentially snow or rain. But there was absolutely no fogging during my run, and I was really pleased with that. In terms of assembly and disassembly, it's complicated. I'll do a video here of each of the pieces and how it works, because I couldn't find one that could show me what was going on the internet. But feel free to skip past this bit. It will just be me pushing on and off little different pieces. The most important thing to say is they're all made of flexible plastic. And there is an initial fear. We've paid close to €700 for a pair of glasses that arrive. You don't really feel like twisting them out. There was no convincing instructions. There was sort of a little diagram. Terrible little diagram, didn't explain anything. But yeah, I'll show you how to do all the individual bits. Luckily enough, I had an earlier Rudy Project Rydon running glasses, and so I'm a bit used to them. But yeah, it took a bit of going. Once you get used to it, it's very easy to do and relies on the plastic being flexible. This is the bare frame with the nose piece open. You can kind of see it's flexible. Here I am flicking it down from the top. It's got a groove at the side, so you can open it with your fingernail, and it sort of snaps shut. Here I am tapping the little groove, and it snaps shut. And the lens itself, this is the clear one, is a bit flexible, which it needs to be, because you stick it in the lower left hand side. You open up the nose piece, and then you stick the piece. You can see me I open up the nose piece here, and then I'm flicking in my thumb. I'm pushing in at the bottom, I'm pushing up on the top close to the nose piece, and you can probably hear them snap. And then this is the prescription insert with there's two nipples. It's very flexible, so again there are little slots either side of the nose piece, and you pop those in afterwards. Bit of fiddle but because it's stretchy, it goes. The arms are the easiest piece they just push in and pull out, and do that with the strap. The goggles interface has two hooks at the edge. The center piece, it just goes by friction, but you can hook one in, then you hook the other. It is very fiddly to do this, and not as fiddly to take it apart, but it is quite fiddly. And once you've got them hooked in either side, then you can snap it forward in the center, and then the wings go on very easily. In terms of the use case, well, the glasses are so flexible and customizable that it largely depends on you. They really are flexible. For daytime running, I would probably prefer my Rydon running glasses, possibly because I'm very familiar with them. They're slightly lighter. For walking in the summertime, I might like the big frame of the Stardash. But for night or on high altitude, or particularly for running my marathon in the dark in sub-zero temperatures, only these will do. Should you buy the Rudy Project Agent Q sunglasses? Well, I found them to be comfortable walking, running, and resting. I really like the flexibility and the combinations, and there are some scenarios where only these will do. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, it would be great if you hit the like button. As always, there'll be lots of stuff in the description below, and I'll happily answer any questions you put into comments. There'll be a big blue subscribe button popping up there, and some new videos there. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, just keep running along.